So I came to this strange world hoping I could.
Ooh, look who it is. Oh my goodness. What sparked Paula to be on the meeting? What's up, everybody?
You're like, yesterday he's like, yeah, you would notice if you come to my trainings.
I called her out, y'all. Oh man, how is everybody doing?
Good.
Good. All these cameras off. Oh, Carol, you all right? You had your surgery? Oh,
What's up, everyone?
My hair is just wet. I just got out of the shower.
oh, you were like puffing your mouth. So I remember you had told me about something with the dentist, and I was like, oh snap, it already happened.
No, I got more shit going on a little bit. I'm like
Okay.
not in the best headspace today, people. So I'm just gonna shut up.
Okay, we got you. All right. Well, let's go down the line right quick. Today's topic is making, how to make more from your real estate business. So and don't think I'm going to be talking about like how to sell more, like literally how to make more money out of a transaction and out of your business as a whole. So you can think of it in a sense of creating multiple streams of income within your actual real estate business. So helping buyers and sellers. So I'll talk about those different income streams that you can implement outside of just your normal commission. So that's what we will go into today. But first, let's go ahead and go down the line. Welcome, Paula. Share with us how things have been going for you. Like what's been going on?
Um, what's been going on? I don't feel like anything like fantastic has been going on that I could share, like anything new or I've got a $1 million FISBO I have an appointment with. That's kind of cool. That would be the first one in my county for like $1 million, deal. So hopefully he signs that. It's a cool Airbnb space. If you know anybody interested, Chasen, it's two round houses, like an octagon on a lake. It's on 3.2 acres. It's a pretty sweet property, all furnished and everything. 2 streams of income for somebody who's interested in purchasing it. So I'm kind of hoping to get that listing. Other than that, I've just been plugging away. I've been working with buyers, sellers, new construction. Business has been going good, pretty steady and consistent in terms of, deals flowing through. Of course, looking to step up my marketing is kind of a little bit of a focus for me right now. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. Are there some things that are not going as well going on?
I would say right now, locally in my business, like my office, I had agents, but they just were not a good fit here in the office. So I had to let them go. It was kind of a nightmare. So I'm looking to, I'm not willing to keep agents on just because I can say I have agents in my office. So right now I really don't have any agents in the office here. I have agents outside the office and 2 hours away and, people elsewhere, but I'm right now by myself. So I am looking to expand, but I don't have anybody yet. And what I'm trying to do, Lakeland is a really tough market. It's sort of like you've got Keller Williams monopolizes this area, like big time. In fact, Drew, he left because he went to Keller Williams, right? So Keller Williams is like huge. And S&D Realty is another huge one. So it's breaking through the barriers of people to say, hey, come join EXP who there's not really a lot of EXP agents, but then on top of that, come join, Team BC, which they're like, who's Team BC? So trying to target that through building relationships and meeting with agents. Like I had a luncheon with an agent who I did a transaction with that I reached out to, that I really liked how she performed. And she was with Keller Williams actually, and she ended up moving to EXP, and she reached out to me, letting me know she made the switch. And so a couple of months later, I reached back out to her and I'm like, hey, let's meet up for lunch. Turns out she's doing her own real estate team. So in Tampa. So that didn't work out, but that's pretty much my angle, and my go-to is reaching out to agents that I've worked personally with, so they could see my work ethic and see how I do business. And then in addition to that, just kind of upping my marketing. So people just kind of, I guess, not just my clients, but people, see my business out there more.
Okay. With the Keller Williams thing, and I'm kind of curious about Drew. What was it about Keller Williams that drew him over there?
Big time, big hitters, big players in the area that are Keller Williams. I mean, you're not going to know the names if I say them. So when I say big hitters, I don't mean people on YouTube, or people on the internet, just people that are a household name as far as real estate agents in this market, in this area, in this town. So if somebody says Gate Archery, like everybody knows who Gate Archery is, and so wanting to, I guess, be associated with those names, because those are the names that when somebody says, I want to sell my house, there are certain names that just kind of roll off the tongue for people. Oh, I need to call this person. This is a big team. I need to call that person. And there's probably about 5 or 6 heavy hitters that do a lot of production, that have mega teams that are doing stuff.
So it's more so just a name thing.
Yeah. People, they recognize the name. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think I have something for that. But let me marinate on how I want to form that language for you.
Okay.
And then as far as your office goes, something that I would consider is, since you have agents in your network that probably aren't on your team, opening up that part of your office to where, like, for instance, that agent who just signed that wants to start a team may not have a team yet, to be able to rent office space to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that way those offices don't go to waste. I mean, obviously I've had some movement on my team as well, but that's where I turn to. So even those agents who may not technically be on the team, but still have a business, I'm renting office space to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that way,
Income. Yeah. Cash flowing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Good idea.
All right. But I'll come back with you on that other thing.
Sure.
Carol, do you want to share anything or no?
I really don't. I really don't.
Okay. No worries. All right, Daniel.
What's up, everyone? How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I think I missed last Monday or 2 Mondays ago. I need to stop doing that. But anyways, a lot's going on. I'll be very transparent, which I kind of want to, because I want to just kind of vent a little bit. But so business is kind of slow. I do have 3 closings this month, which is great, but I don't have anything for April. I'm still not, still early March, so I'm not too concerned yet. I've been making offers actively. I put like 3 offers over the weekend. It's just, it's a buyer, it's a seller's market still. Prices are crazy. Then there's this little house over here for like 227. I mean, this thing was not worth more than 210, even if I tried to manipulate the comps. And people were offering way above that. Like somebody probably bought it for 250, and I think it's ridiculous. But that's the market that we're in. But I'm still very hopeful, just because I've always, I feel very confident, and I'm always able to get people under contract in the low 200s. Somehow, some way, I'm able to find those houses and really sell them on it. And like I said, I've been actively putting offers. But to my expectations, I thought I would have had way more closings, way more active. But of course, just the economy stood tough. With that being said, I'm also a little stressed out because I had got audited by the IRS.
Mm,
So they're like breathing down my neck, it feels like. And I'm not really that organized as much as I hired two assistants. And, in 2021 was really my first full year of just real estate production because I quit my job in 2020. COVID hit, I joined the team, the coaching. So I felt like I was just getting started. In 2021, I did like 43 sales or something like that. So, I mean, there was a lot of money coming in and out, and I had my accounts all over the place. And so when I went to go do my taxes, I remember if you guys remember the story, I was like going through surgery. Car got broken into. It was last week. So I think I did a horrible job doing the taxes, and now it's coming back to bite me in the butt. But it's funny because I actually sat down, printed everything out. I had to go to the bank. They had to mail it to me or email it to me. But it's funny because I actually have more expenses than what I claimed on there, just going line by line. So I'm just curious on how this is going to play out. Plus, I still got to do my taxes for 2022. So I'm a little stressed out with that. And as far as growing the team and building the business, I started reading this book here called The $1 Million Real Estate Team. I'm not sure if you guys read it. But I have another agent that quit, and I think since I started the team, I've had 5, and out of the 5, 4 have quit. But as I read the book, it kind of goes back to my leadership. I think it is, just giving them the vision and hiring the right people. And honestly, there's one person that quit. I was a little upset. Just I feel like they quit right after they start making some closings. But in all reality, I should have fired her a while back because she wasn't really being part of the team, and I just, didn't want to, or didn't know how to, or just kind of didn't really take it serious, I guess. So as I read the book and I learn more about leadership and giving the team vision, because I have my core values, I have my mission statement, I have my vision, my purpose, and I did all that prior to starting a team. So I had wrote all that like in 2018. And so as I'm reading the book, it said it's okay to change some of those core values based on how you are. It's okay to change some of that stuff. So I'm kind of reflecting this week on, what our mission is, what our purpose is. Even as we go look at higher price points, like for example, the $1 million price points, the 800,000 or above 500. I look at that, and so I'm thinking, okay, how does that relate to our mission, our purpose? And then I still have another agent on the team that, she's a younger agent. She's actually closing one deal this month. She's been kind of just soaking up everything, really been helping me out as well with some of my, because I have like 5, or let me see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 pre-approvals, and sometimes I can't go show all the houses. So she's been helping me out on that end. But as far as growing the team, still kind of, in the struggle trying to grow the team, and I have the office. So I have a lot of the stuff already set up. I feel like I just got to focus more on what the mission is, what the purpose is, our vision. Because in the book, it talks about the vision should be how you see yourself in the future, or where you see the team in the future. And if I go back to my vision and what I wrote a while back, it doesn't talk about the future. So I'm thinking, well, I'm not really guiding on my whole team. So as I do the team meetings on Tuesdays, I've already kind of started to share with them that what I see the vision being over here. And I have a big passion about teaching, and I feel like one of my gifts as a Christian, really, but is to teach. So I feel like I need to that's really my purpose. I think in the future, for the team is like, I really find joy when they come and they learn something from me concerning real estate, versus the people that come and I want them because they have good credit, good income, pre-approval, but I can't teach them nothing. And so I just don't find a purpose and a passion in that. So that's kind of what I'm trying to, build in the team is that spirit of teaching. And anybody that joins should have to have that spirit, or should want to be, doing seminars to teach, or buy workshops or investment workshops, or anything about teaching. If you're not open to teaching, then I don't want you in the team, really. And that's kind of what happened with the other agent. really didn't want to teach, but I did an event, like I set it up in 2 weeks and she showed up and really she was just walking in and out of the office, wasn't really interested, didn't bring nobody, didn't want to teach anything. And I was like, you know, she ended up quitting, which I should have fired her right there and then. But yeah, I mean, just kind of, still in it, still in the real estate, still into trying to get the team growing and just clearing up my purpose, my vision. if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
and that's very important, which is, why it's part of our plan, especially with this team thing. To get real clear about not only the purpose, vision, and all of that mission statement, that like me having y'all do that was not just an activity. It was for you to like really use that and let that take you down or let that guide you on this path. Now, when it comes to this team, a big question that, especially for all of you who have teams or wanting to start a team, is why. Why start a team? Why do you want to have a team? Teams are stressful. Teams are expensive. And take a industry like real estate where they can't really be employees of yours, unless they're truly an employee. They're 1099, they're independent contractors. So as far as even the loyalty goes with any type of person in real estate, it kind of exists at a minimum, right? Like people transition in and out of stuff in real estate so much. Real estate, mortgage, insurance, all that. And then what do? They go on Facebook. Oh, I just joined here. I'm so happy here now. And everybody's just congratulations. And then 6 months later, they're doing the same thing again, and that's just the nature of our business. Now, for you, I was sitting here thinking, like, why does Daniel want to have a team? Why does Daniel want to have a team? And I heard you talk about, teaching, training, and all of that. Like you love teaching and stuff, which is great, but that's not why I would recommend someone to start a team or run a team. That's, to me, is a coaching program or an education type of system platform that you can do that, love it, all that kind of stuff. Now, if it's more so on the transaction side, like, oh, I'm so bogged down that I need other people to help me, similar to how Bio is right now, like that's perfect because you're getting people who want to sell real estate, who want to do real estate, and you have a lot of real estate for them to jump into. When it's more so on the side of, I'm going to teach you how to build real estate, or I'm going to teach you how to be an agent, then yeah, what happens? You teach them and they go out there and they do it themselves, so you as a team leader, which side of this do you truly want to be on? Is it the coaching and teaching, or is it you need a team to get done all the real estate that you have going on? Because that's going to attract two different type of people, and their length of time that they're going to be with you is going to be different based on just that simple fact alone. Another thing is, and I want to say that we've had this conversation before. It doesn't matter what your vision is and what goal you're trying to hit and what you're trying to grow and accomplish. None of that matters if the people who are working around you don't know that, or they're not in support of that, or they don't feel like they have a part of that. It's that buy-in. Here's where we're at. Here's where we're going. Here's why you need to be here, or here's why anyone would be here. And this is what we're trying to accomplish. Having that conversation, this is kind of like that right fit. Are you truly a right fit for this? Or does that person say, I'm just trying to learn how to sell real estate and I want to become a great agent? Okay. Even though that's what their goal is, they want to make a lot of money and sell a lot of real estate. If the goal of your team is not just that, that's not a right fit. That's not a right fit. Now, if you got somebody that is sitting there in an interview with you, and they may not be a top salesperson, but they're so bought in with the education side of it and wanting to empower others, wanting to lead others, build up the community, whatever that aligns with what you're trying to do, that could be a way better team member for you than that person who's just going to sell a bunch of houses. You know, you're able to see that. But in order to even find that out and to know, for one, it starts with your message. How are you attracting people who want to join the team? Is it, hey, I'm going to help you make a lot of money? Or is it, I have a bunch of deals that need to be closed and we need people? You know, is it, hey, I want to be a part of something big? Or is it, you know, are you just trying to build a mega agent out of someone? You're going to attract way different people, and you'll continuously have this turnover, which it doesn't have to be bad. Like, it can literally be your business plan, right? It can be your business plan to have agents only for a season. You know, like, hey, I'm going to have you here. You're going to do this. Hell, you can even charge for it, right? And you're going to make money off of them, and then you're going to be releasing them. Like, that can be literally your plan, you know. But what's being communicated and what are people buying into? Are they buying into it even from the go, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I would be honest, when I first thought about starting a team, it was that the glamour of it, right? Having a lot of agents, closing deals, you're making money, you have a team, you know, you have an office, you have a full business. In my mind, that's what it was, right? I mean, to be honest with you, I was thinking, oh man, I mean, like I said, at one point I had like 5 agents, so it's a good feeling. You have all these people here, you know, they're buying into whatever it is that you were telling them at first. Honestly, they after 90 days they were closing deals, and then they left. Like, you know, one of them, you know, like I said, I was buying into that because I was getting, you know, 15% off of it, so I made some money for sure. But then, like you said, I think my leadership, as I grow and I'm thinking, okay, me leading the team, the leadership, the vision wasn't being, you know, what was my vision? You know, like I said, to be honest, if I had to be honest with myself, it was like, you know, I have a big team, I have an office. Look, everything's going well. People are closing deals. You know, they're helping me out. I'm helping them out. But it just stops right there. It doesn't really go nowhere else. And so as I, you know, read the book, and as I learn more about teams and I learn about leadership, and then I start thinking, okay, how can I sustain this? Because I'm still going back to having to show houses again. I'm having to go back to, you know, doing appointments. So now, as I, you know, as you're talking about now, what I want to do now, um, you know, I'm still, like you said, I mean, I want people, I'm not looking at a big team anymore. I don't want 20 people. You know, that was like one of my goals. I'm gonna have 20 people. I want 20 people. I want them to just join. You get in the team, join the team. Let's do something. But now it's more like, you know, hey, this company is what I started. This is what I want to see happening here. And, you know, if you guys are not doing these things, then I don't want you here, because what I want to see happening here is that we're having workshop meetings where, you know, of course I want transactions. I want the team to be closing because I'm gonna make some money off of that. So I mean, there's a little bit of, like you said earlier, it's expensive to have a team. They cost money, they cost time, energy. They're very stressful sometimes. So, but at the same time, you know, now as I looking at my team, looking at where I'm at, I'm thinking this is the things that I want happening at the group. This is the things I want happening here. I want you guys coming to the team meetings and bringing value. I want you guys bringing leads in. I can't just be producing all the leads for you guys. You know, I set up a buyer's workshop within a couple of hours, and it was up. You know, we had it going, and we had 10 RSVPs. I did all that. I want you guys to do that yourselves too. I want you guys to be, you know, doing workshops, because that's what we do. We share information. You know, I create the whole book, the buyer's guide. I want you guys to be doing this. So the agents that come here, they need to put their part in it versus just me doing it. And then before, my thought was, I'm going to do all of this, so the agents come, they don't have to do all of this. They can use all this stuff, and then they're closing deals. But it's not what I envisioned once it started happening.
And Daniel, it's very important. Like, I'm so glad that you shared what that beginning vision was, you know, because that revealed so many things. it revealed that, for one, you were thinking in I when you're trying to create this team of collaboration like that. Like, you're straight up, I want to have this, I think it's cool to look like this and have this office and this and that. Like, that's I, versus the things that you want them doing are collaborative team things, but it's supporting a vision of I, and then secondly, you're even teaching them how to be you. If y'all are all doing the same thing, then why would they even need you? What is it there for them? And like Kara put in the chat box, acting like they're doing you a favor by being on the team. It can be that way, and it can come off that way. Like, where's the dependability there? Why do they even need your leadership or feel like they need your leadership? Which, y'all, something I want to say is, things happen. Like, things happen all the time. Bad things happen. Some bad stuff happened this past weekend, like some very bad stuff. Some bad stuff. I got informed of some bad stuff happening this morning, and like at the frequency that this stuff happens, my mind always tells me, because I've been through it. I've been through it up. I've been through it down. I went back up. I went back down, and I see trends in all of this. And every time something goes down to the point where I am like, why is this happening? I don't know what to do. And like, the problems get bigger and bigger and bigger. The lesson that I'm supposed to learn in that is a lesson that is way clearer than I knew before. It's almost like the universe has to show you what it'll be like doing it your way before God allows you to see what it's like when you learn your lessons and do it the right way, and we're shown signs left and right. We're told things left and right. We have coaches guiding us, mentors guiding us left and right, but still we choose to do things our way. Or, yeah, I'm going to take this part of that and I'm not going to do that because I like this better. Okay. And then you end up in the place that you're like, dang, this didn't work. What happened? If all of the components and steps would have been brought together, it could have worked. It would have worked. And in life, these things happen to us. Bad things happen to us in all different arenas to get us to see that, okay, I need to trust more. I need to have more faith. I need to listen more and talk less. Okay. I need to not try to have these shortcuts or not think that I've made it when I haven't done all of the steps required. And Daniel, I'm even curious about you. You had spoke about the IRS audit, and I remember us having a conversation a while ago about, the LLC splitting things up, all of that. Did you take that action, or was this an audit on your whole, like, you personally?
Yeah, so it was on there's the one in receipts, because when I went to go do my taxes, I separated everything, and so they wanted receipts of it. So when I went to go back to look at my receipts, well, it's not that organized. Like I said, I had a lot of stuff coming out of my personal still. So I was transitioning over to the business account. I do have an LLC and all that, but it's just when I went to go, when they're asking for receipts, so now I'm going back and I'm thinking, dang, I don't keep receipts. Honestly, I don't keep any receipts, all through the credit card. So I pull out my whole business statement, but then they want me to itemize it so that because you can't really tell what it is sometimes. So I need to go in there and itemize every little item. The thing is that you can't print it online, so I have to go get it. Then they gave me about a week to do it. And so as I'm doing it, I realized the numbers are not adding up to what I reported.
Mhm.
So then I realized I put on my personal account, and there's a lot of HR account, HAR, licensing there. There's some marketing stuff there. So then I have to go back through the 12 months on my personal, because then I started realizing this is when I was transitioning and trying to clean up my trying to move everything to the business and try to keep it separate. Now, at the end of the year, when I was keeping it separate, at the end of the day, it's just sole whatever it's called, sole ownership, I guess. Um,
Proprietorship, yeah.
yeah, so it's all together either way. But once again, I mean, it was just one of those unexpected things on top of everything. You have you're still doing the real estate thing. You're working trying to build a team. Then you get hit with the IRS. Then it's just a lot of little things coming together. But which then opens you up to, like, okay, like you just said, why do I want a team? It's expensive, a lot of work. You know, what is the vision? So that's when I'm reading this. I read like 3 books within the 2 months, and I'm learning from that. And it's all kind of really going back to the leadership organization. I have a lot of support. I think the 3 people that I have right now, I am, they're really sold into the vision. They're really sold into helping. Obviously, one is my wife, so she ain't gonna go nowhere.
Mhm. Yeah.
But the other agent, she's a new agent, and she's closing deals. She's really really happy. I've talked to her, and she's on board. The other person, I'm obviously paying them, right? So I don't expect them to leave if I'm paying them. But they're actually helping me with the whole with the social media stuff. She's actually doing a lot of the calling. Like I did an event, like I said, I did an event, 10 RSVPs, did it really quick for the Spanish speaking. She called everybody on the CRM. She brought some people. So the 3 that I have now, I think is great. I mean, like I said, I wanted a big team. I wanted all of this stuff. That's why I opened up an office. I was forcing all these things, and it wasn't organic. You
Mm.
know, I was letting them hear what they wanted to hear so they could join the team.
Mm.
So it wasn't really organic, like saying, "Hey, this is what I feel. This is what I want to do, whether you're part of it or not." And then I wouldn't fire them. Like I said, the girl that was with me, her name is Tanya. She, I already felt like, hey, I mean, she's not really part of this. I should fire her, but I didn't, because I get a phone call, I go show a house, and I just left it like that until I get an email, "Hey, I quit," which then upsets me. And I'm not thinking, damn. Sometimes I feel like I should have done it. I should have told her I fire you first before you told me to quit. But what really got me upset is just that we will have the team meeting. She had 7 pre-approvals, got one under contract, and then she quit. So I was thinking, you're about to start, making some money, and I can really, I was really depending on that. Um, so I mean, my emotions just got everywhere. Plus all the other stuff going on. I'm thinking, man, it's cool. Just leave. I don't really care.
Yep.
But yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think, why do I want a team? Like I said, earlier, I still do. I do want a team. To be honest, I feel like with a team, I can get where I want to get there a little quicker, and I know that I can't do it by myself. Just like when I have my real estate investing with my brother, I could do real estate investing by myself. I could. Yeah, I've already invested so much money. I could, but I feel like I can do it better with a team member, with a partner. And so I just feel like the same thing where I want with HTX Real Estate Service Group. I think the vision is a team. It's a group of people that are committed. Maybe it doesn't have to be 20. It could be 5. It could be 4. It could be 3 of us. It could be me, buyer specialist. And you know, I see that. I'm thinking, okay, as long as the purpose of what I'm doing still makes sense, I'll be happy with that personally. And then the money will still come, because that's another thing. I was like, oh, I can make more money if I have teams, and I'm doing less work, making more money. You have those visions, and you don't see all the work that goes into it. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure you could make a lot of money with 20 agents, but the work that was required for that, I wasn't feeling it.
All right. Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at right now. I mean, it's very February.
Yep.
Um, I have 3 closings this month. I have a few pre-approvals. I'm still getting, solid calls and approvals. I still feel hopeful. It's just that, I feel like it comes back to the leadership. I mean, we talked about it multiple times. It's hey Daniel, you need to be a leader if you're gonna have a team. If not, just do your own thing. Just do it on your own. You know, do 40. I mean, I did 43 deals and I was not as exhausted. So, I mean, 43 deals, maybe roughly around 200K. Still good money. I'm not gonna complain. You know, but at the end of the day, I just want to challenge myself. I need to be that leader that I always thought I could be, even in the corporate world. I was trying to be a supervisor there. I was trying to be a team lead, and it never happened. So I'm thinking I gotta be that leader. I gotta communicate that vision, and I gotta be firm. Even as a landlord, I had to be a mean landlord yesterday.
Yeah. Well, all this, it was just a big lesson at the end of the day, and you're learning what's
sure.
going to be behind the door is going to be even bigger and better. So, but all right, we gotta move on. Sasha.
Well, mine is always easy. Let me stop. Yeah, not much going on. Honestly, I'm stressed just like everybody else because, I'm in the middle of selling my house, trying to get clients while I'm relocating to another state. And then my manager, I had to kind of like put her in a place last Monday and we had to talk again today. So I've just kind of been working my corporate job and slowly trying to be prepared for the exit. Good news is I did pass my first course out of my post-licensing exam. I have 2 more to do and I'm halfway through the second one. So hopefully that will stay on track.
Nice. Congrats. Awesome. When are you moving again?
I'm actually planning to move this Saturday, but I don't close until the 29th.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's 2 states. So it's like, yeah, when are you gonna come back and clean, or are you gonna get prepared before then? So yeah, that's just, hey, we'll see what goes on next Monday. I'll have an update.
Yep. Okay. I'll be looking forward to it. All right. Kiera.
Okay, so I went to Cabo, had a blast,
Okay.
and
Nice.
learned a lot. So my whole brain is like wrecked. What I thought I wanted is not at all what I wanted. So I'm readjusting and restructuring my whole business. Got some new things to do.
This is a bunch of breakthroughs happening on this. Like, it's crazy. Okay. Can you share what one of those things is? I'm sure it was a lot, but what's one?
Absolutely. One, I've never been a recruiter. I will just say that. I am more the type of person, if you come to me and want to talk, then I'm like, are you sure? Okay. And I've had to kind of change that mindset because, I sat with some people who have thousands of people and they're like, you're 23, you can retire by my age if you just would start talking to people naturally instead of being scared. So that's one for sure.
Nice. Yep. There's huge opportunity in it. Okay. Bio. You there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Awesome. Thank you, man. Hey, and things are going well. We're working. I'm still hurt, by that loss, that $1 million loss. So it still hurts me. I still think about it that I never want that to happen again. So, but good news, we have closings. I think we have 3 this month, and I think 3 next month, which is good news. We're working, hiring a full-time assistant now. I don't need a part-time, I want full-time. So I'm interviewing. I've been interviewing since Friday, and I'm interviewing, I think 3 today as well, try to get one of them. Yeah, we're still working every day and trying to set up my RedX too. So, because I don't have listings, I only have about 16 buyers. So try to set up RedX so we can start to get a listing too. And yeah, we keep working.
How have
And
your
Daniel,
interviews been going? Oh.
Sorry?
No, what were you gonna say to Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel, thanks for sharing, man. You're going through a lot, man. I know that's not easy to, to go through all these and stay focused. It's very difficult. So I got you, man. I'm reaching out to you. I might have some tips for you and,
Yeah, for sure. Me and Bob's we talked a lot in the past couple of weeks and months. So for sure, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna reach out, man. Sorry, man. You got this. You got this. You're strong, man. You got this.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Bio, how have your interviews been going so far?
It's been going well. There was one I just told her, send me, a copy of your ID and social security, and I never heard from her again. I'm like, why? You don't want me to do a background check on you? I have to, So the other one said, oh, something happened. I have to reschedule. But I made it upon myself today. This week, I'm gonna do all it takes to hire somebody. Like I'm interviewing everybody. Whatever time works for them, I'm gonna make myself available. 20, 15 minutes interview, then we see in person, see if we can work together. And then, yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
Yeah, and also I was going to say, with the team building, remember we discussed that, and I'm closing deals, but I'm not that organized yet. I'm still trying to get my organization together. How stressful it is to build a team? Is it that much stressful with the cost and everything?
Yeah, it's almost starting a new business, because you acting as an individual agent, you do things your way, what works for you, things like that. When you're starting to expand into a team type of environment, it's not just about what works for you. Like, that's what I was kind of saying to Daniel, when it comes to even the training, teaching, stuff like that, like that can be coaching,
right?
And not necessarily a whole team of people who want to be about that. And so it's hard and it's stressful in a sense of you're building something else from the ground up that's going to be way more expensive to build than, just a solo real estate career. But it's not impossible. And that's why, like, there's lots of agents, but there aren't as many teams as there are just individual agents, because it does take a lot of work. Not to discourage you, but for your organization, which what we talked about the other day, that's why you need this admin person first. Okay. And they're going to be very busy just getting your stuff organized. Okay.
Right.
Because you can't bring other agents into that type of environment.
Mm-mm.
Going to be all over the place. And so this admin person should pretty much work miracles for you if they're good.
Right.
Okay. At that point, you'll be able to step away from a lot of the stuff that we identified that you weren't doing and do things more on the highest and best use of your time, but also be a leader. Okay. Because you have this back office stuff worked out already. Okay. You already have your transaction coordinator. Now you just need to get the back office and i.e. front of stuff house sorted out, So
right.
Yeah, it's not a walk in the park by any means, and it can be very emotional and, but it's the
I get
path.
it. Yeah, I get it. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. All right. So let me just get into this right quick. Different ways you can make money with your real estate transactions. Okay. And we've kind of hit on a few of them, but I want to expand on it. So one of those ways, and I think we had talked about this last week, is being more firm about your commission. First off, knowing what your commission is. And for this, I would recommend taking a look at my worry-free listing. Okay. The way that worry-free listing is designed, it's designed for those people who want to pay less commission, but the goal of that is to really make them pay more commission. So more than the standard. So that's one, make sure that you are firm on your commission. Second, transaction fees. These are very common and they're getting even more common. If y'all haven't noticed, even though we've been in a competitive market, right? The competitiveness of this market has caused people to rely on real estate agents more. Okay. A lot of those people who were those I can do it by myself people are not able to do it by themselves. What does that do? Especially buyers and tenants and things like that. What does that do? It creates an opportunity for us to really make it worth it for us. We know a lot of people want to buy houses. A lot of people need help. this same 3% or 2.5% that you've been getting over these past few years doesn't equal up to the amount of work that you do now. Okay. So these, writing 20 different offers, going out, showing way more, the scales are getting tilted a bit. So we're in a space where commission can be higher. We're in a space where your transaction fees can be higher. What's a transaction fee? Also known as an admin fee. Everybody charges these. Think about it. You're going to buy a car. What kind of work are they doing? Like, not to discredit them, but what kind of work are they doing compared to the kind of work you're doing? Meaning taking the amount of time that a car dealer makes a sale, not that they make as much as us on one sale, but take into the account the amount of time from when that customer walks in the door to possibly when they get them sold. Okay. Then you have other people involved, finance managers, this and that, like the amount of work. They've mastered how to collect money off this stuff. Even if they don't get it off of that, the actual sale of that actual vehicle. Cause I'm one that I kind of negotiate my vehicles. I know they're still making money, but I negotiate, but I know they're going to get some money off of me when it comes down to these service plans and these packages and that, cause I'm a sucker for those. Like, I'm a sucker for those, I'm buying the tire and wheel package. I'm buying this package. I'm buying this paint package, all of this on there. Then I get that statement and I got these doc fees. I got these admin fees. I got these fees on this page with this disclaimer at the bottom saying, you don't really have to pay these fees. Same thing. Okay. Transaction fees. You can leverage those, pay for your transaction coordinator, to pay for these additional showings. Okay. Keep in mind, at the end of the day, you're still running a business. They regulate what? Your contracts, your fiduciary duties, things like that. All of this, what you can charge, even after a certain amount of showings, that's not regulated. Okay. So you can have these charges. You can have these transaction fees. I've been doing them for years, right? I've been doing the transaction fees for years. And now more than ever, it's a lot easier because people need help to compete in this market. It's not the same. So transaction fees. Another thing, do y'all encounter people with credit issues or their credit's not ready to go? So this can open up another side of your business: credit repair, credit consulting. You can partner with the credit repair person, partner with the credit repair attorney, to where that fee that's charged, it's a split fee, some to you, some to them. Or heck, if you wanted to start doing the credit repair yourself, you understand how credit works. The thing about this is, let's say someone approaches you today, you see that their credit needs help, and it's going to take probably 6 months before they're ready to buy. If you're the one that's helping them, you're making money from them for those 6 months. And then you make money on the back end when that home sells, when they actually purchase. Okay. So that's an option for you. Cancellation fees. Again, we're doing a lot of work for people these days. So your cancellation clauses, should you not purchase a home, then you will be charged X, Y, and Z. All right. So these termination charges, you can 100% do those. Affiliate programs. And there's lots of them out there, right? An affiliate program is when you're referring someone to another company or another service, and they're giving you an affiliate commission. What does this work great in? It works great in home security. It works great in credit repair. It works great in roofing. So roofing services. utility services. You can possibly get them with inspectors, but not so much these days because they're sitting pretty. They're good. But affiliate programs. Now, where it comes into play, when you're working with the client, you're keeping everything in-house. You're keeping everything in-house. You want them to use your people, your network, your team, quote unquote. All of this is your team. And you're making money off of it. Okay. Mortgage. So I had someone on here the other day, or a couple months, probably about a month ago, to where you can open up a mortgage franchise. Now, you owning a mortgage franchise, you're not being the loan officer. You're not having to get your loan officer's license, anything like that. You just have a mortgage franchise that allows you to receive money from mortgages. So every deal that goes through your franchise, you get to get paid from it. Next, office space. Office space. So if you have additional office space, you know, or things within your office, conference rooms, meeting rooms, board rooms, whatever, or even extra chairs, you can set that up, sell co-working memberships. Keep it on the low, but have people pay you to use that stuff. Or rent out an office to people. Bringing in more money. Now, courses. Let me talk to you about courses. So a lot of you who are doing first-time home buyer seminars, right? People who are coming to those will probably not be qualified, will be far from qualified, may need everything, credit repair, a good paying job or whatever. Okay, you could put together a course for those people to sell them. I know a lot of people who do this and sell these courses for like $5,000 and then still help them when they're ready. Okay, so courses, Road to Home Ownership. This is a, 20 module course where you talk about everything. You give them the plan to make their credit profile look the way it needs to. You give them the plan to how to move money around to where the lender isn't, because a lot of people do that. They'll sit there and they'll borrow money. Somebody gave them money to buy a house, right? Before they even get pre-approved, before they do it the right way. And now they can't get pre-approved because they did the money the wrong way. You got all these people out there using these prepaid cards too. There's so much information that you can put into a course and sell at your seminars. And then again, help them out on the back end. Marketing stuff. So everybody markets. And this is where it gets really good when you have a pretty large database or you work with a lot of clients, you do a lot of deals. You start selling ad space. Start selling ad space. And I've talked about this before. On your presentation folders, you can sell ad space. On your website, you can sell ad space to where these affiliates can place an ad on there. Doing marketing service agreements. Call these MSAs. That's when you work with these companies like title companies and mortgage companies that have the RESPA laws all around them to where they can't give us money, but they can't do certain things, but they can enter into a marketing services agreement with you to where you have different levels. Hey, on this base level, we will allow you to come in and teach at one of our trainings, or we will allow you to market to us once a month. You have this top tier level where they're allowed to have their ad on stuff. They're allowed to be able to sponsor your events. Okay. These are all ways you can bring more money into your real estate business that still deal with real estate. Okay. So consider working some of these into your systems, into your processes, to where you can make good money in addition to the commission that you receive on stuff. Financial planning, right? If you don't offer a course, partner up with the financial planner. Hey, I'm going to send you clients who need financial planning, who aren't ready yet, who need to get their money looking right. What's your fee? Okay, we're going to charge them this, and we'll split the fee. You're being a one-stop shop, but it's also making sense, and it's making you money. A lot of people y'all are referring people to, what are they giving you? A dinner? Like, make it worth it for you. Make it worth it to where you want them to use these other services. You still got this money coming in from it. Credit repair is a really big one. It's a really big one. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to run down those today, so that way you can start thinking about them. I talked about utilities and stuff, right? You can offer utility, electricity services, home internet, phone, things like that, in addition to alarms and stuff. But yeah, y'all have any questions about those? I mean, I just wanted to get your mind thinking.
I have a question. I've thought about some kind of consultation fee. I do free consultations, but sometimes they can take longer than you expect. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the consultation fee, but I'm a big fan of making money from the consultation. So at that consultation, if you can clearly tell based on the questions that you ask people that they're not going to be ready, that can be a great opportunity for you to sell them your program or your credit repair or something like that to make it make sense. But you'll probably miss out on a bunch trying to charge them a fee to even talk with you.
Okay. And the cancellation fee, is that when they sign the buyer agreement and there's going to be a cancellation fee there? What would it look like?
Yeah, so mine is $295.
$295.
Yeah.
And is that based on a 6-month period, 90-day period, or how's that work?
It's based on if they cancel before the expiration date of the agreement. So however long you do your buyer's agreements for.
Okay, so only if they cancel.
Yeah, if they terminate that agreement.
Gotcha.
Do you do the same on the listing side as well?
Yes.
Now they have to, I would assume they would have to be actively looking at homes. If not, that's considered a termination. What if they say, I was just going to wait till the time comes and then tell them?
And that's a loophole. But if you find out that they done bought a house, or they done went to another agent, or they're working with another agent, or whatever the case is, you're still guaranteed by that agreement. So, and again, I always recommend doing it the admin fee way. The only time I do charge the cancellation fee, I mostly charge it in my programs, meaning my Buyer's Advantage program, my worry-free listing program, that type of deal. So it's not just that cancellation fee in there. There's the inflated or lowered commission. There's the other perks of the Buyer Advantage program. There is the admin stuff. So it all comes together and makes sense. Now, if it's a slam dunk, surefire client, like I'm not worried about it, it's not a big deal. I don't even whip that out. Like these other fees and stuff that I pull out are when I'm pulling out based on these clients that I know are kind of fishy, kind of iffy. I don't know if they're legit. They weren't referred with value. They, nothing like that. Then I'm like, okay, you're going to go on this side of things.
Gotcha.
Paula, you had a question?
Yes. I had a question. You mentioned services and you mentioned credit repair services. And I do see a lot of real estate agents start advertising that and kind of get into that. And then there's people who do that just as their own like full-time hustle, right? Do you know how somebody starts kind of entering that arena, where you're able to like pull credit and actually really start helping somebody with that versus just consulting what you know about credit repair?
Yeah, so I actually have a resource for you, because this is something that I'm going to be making available to people, for them to sign up as affiliates for credit repair. But you can become an affiliate on this, and I'll send you the link to, or I'll put you on an email together to become an affiliate for one of those like credit report companies, to where they can pull their report for like $1, and
Okay.
then it'll do a soft pull. They just pull it for $1, and they're able to see the full report. And actually, I can set up all y'all as an affiliate if you want to use this as something when you first meet with buyers, to tell them to pull their credit report for $1. If they keep the service, you make money on it monthly, and it's just one of those monitoring services. And then there is a platform to where you can pretty much offer the credit repair too. And everything is already built into it. All of that, to where you can offer the credit repair as well. Now, it just depends on you whether that's something you want to spend a bunch of time doing, because it's really analyzing the report and sending the letters and all of that. It's a full-on thing, but there's a company out there that will allow you to do that. I can put you in touch with them as well.
Okay, cool.
The easiest route, however, is to at least sign up as an affiliate for them to pull their reports, and then partner with somebody who does credit repair full-time.
Okay.
That's the easiest route.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, I'm interested as well, though. Can you add me on the same list as Paula?
Yep. All right. Okay, y'all, keep your head up, guys. Like, we're in a crazy time right now. The energy's different. The climate's different in the world today, especially in these last few months. But there's something great on the other side of this. I can promise you that. Okay, so keep your head up. Let's get out there and do what we can do and make it happen. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right. I will see y'all next week.
Awesome.
Oh, don't forget, get your Do the Most tickets. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.